Hi there, I'm Nastya, and in this video I'm going to tell you about 10 steps you can take to get a job offer if you have a job interview in English. They'll help you to look confident, feel confident, and make a great first impression on your interviewer. Why do I talk about that? I am a CELTA qualified teacher with more than 10 years experience in teaching English. In 2018, I started to work as a corporate teacher for IT companies. There, my main task was to prepare my students to successfully pass their job interviews with company clients. Since then, I've been helping my clients to build their confidence, find their strength, and get the jobs and projects they wanted. Let's move on to our tips. And the tip number 1 is to prepare your clothes. For some, it may seem that it's a weird tip to give in the beginning, but in reality, if you have an interview tomorrow in the morning and you do not know what you're going to wear, you're going to be stressed in the evening, because if it turns out that your blazer doesn't fit, then where would you find it at 9 p.m.? Choose something that is comfortable enough and makes you feel good about yourself, but at the same time, keep in mind what type of clothes is preferred in the company, if it's a casual or official type of clothing. For this, you may carefully read the job description or look at all the emails that were sent to you by your future employer, or just go to their social media and see what type of clothes is usually worn by the employees of this company. One more point to remember about your online job interview is to avoid stripes and busy patterns because they look really bad on screen. Tip number 2 is to prepare the beginning of your interview. Together with your clothes and the way you speak, the answer to this question will influence greatly the first impression you make. That's why it's a great idea to prepare in advance the answer to the questions, tell me something about yourself, or walk me through your resume, or tell me about your career path. What's important to remember in here is to base your answers on a job description. You may start with your current situation, then move on to the past and talk a bit about your experience and what you did, what you achieved in your previous role, and then move on to your expectations from this new job. It will be a brilliant answer, especially if you align everything with your job description and the company you're applying for. And the next tip, number 3, is to prepare the end of your interview. Usually at the end of the interview, we are given the opportunity to ask questions. And we are confident that we will think of a question just during the interview. But what we do not think about is that how stressed we are going to be and how confused we can get, because interviews are a rare occasion for us. This is always stressful. At the same time, you still need to ask the questions, because like that, you show your willingness to work there. You show your interest in this exact position, in this exact company. That's why you should prepare 3-4 questions that you want to ask your interviewer, because some of them will be answered during the interview. And then you will just need to choose what question to ask in each situation. The next point is my favorite, and this is research the company. Unfortunately, even though all of us know that we should research the company, not many do it properly. Because usually the first thing that comes to our mind is to go to their website and study what is in there. But let's be honest, companies' websites can be different. And sometimes you can't even find the information that you need. That's why I prefer a wider approach. Go to social media. You will see their values. You will see what events they celebrate, what social causes they support. Go to their LinkedIn, find people who work for this company, look at their posts. Like this, you will have the better idea if you want to go there, if you want to work there at all. Use your networking skills. Ask your colleagues. They know people who know people. Like that, you may find people who work or worked there, and you will get a better understanding of the company. The next tip is to say aloud all the answers. Sometimes when we are getting ready for a job interview, we just read the questions and think, okay, in here I will give an example of this deal or of this client, how I worked there and how I worked here. What we forget again is that it's a stressful situation. We might get nervous and forget even most recent things, not deals and clients from 5 years ago. Instead of just thinking that maybe I will speak about this, just say the exact answer, say the words, how you will pronounce the answer to this question. And while listening to yourself, sometimes you realize that it's not a good idea to give this example because it doesn't show you from a very professional side. Or you may think of a better idea to say. And like this, you will have the opportunity to remember all the details you need in case your interviewer asks additional questions. However, do not learn the answers by heart. It's a very common situation during my consultations when people come and answer the questions learned by heart, and it turns out sometimes that they do not even know the meaning of some words they use. Of course, it's so easy to forget what you wanted to talk about. That's why it's better to say the answer to the same question several times and remember the ideas of what you want to say to the recruiter. This has a much better effect. Check everything you need. Check and check again. In the case of your offline job interview, you may want to have your CV printed with you, as well as your portfolio. If you need to show something in digital format, take your laptop, take your tablet, because these things sometimes may be not even mentioned in the job description, but it's a good idea to have them with you. During your online job interview, have several sources of the internet, for example, your landline internet and your mobile internet, as well as several devices with you. Like that, in case of an emergency, you will be ready and you will demonstrate your problem-solving skills. Basically, all the main things are already covered. Research the company, think about how you look, think about what you say, what you take with you. If you are looking for a job right now, I have great news for you. During the job interview consultation with me, you will learn how to make a self-presentation that makes an excellent impression on the employer. It answers to questions about interviews and job search in general. Complete a mock interview designed specifically for your position. Get English speaking practice with feedback from the teacher, and also get proven resources for preparing for an interview on your own. As a result, you will save your time, which you could spend searching for resources for preparation. You will have a clear plan how to act. You will start receiving interview invitations from companies, and you will feel confident during your future interviews. To book a consultation, write the word consultation to my Instagram or Telegram. I will be happy to help you get your dream job. Switch to English anytime you can. All the information you want to read about, learn about, watch about should be coming to you in English. Watch videos, read news, use your phone, everything is in English, but also you need to add your productive skills. Get additional lessons with your tutor. Find a speaking partner. Talk to yourself. Just say things aloud. These are really good pieces of advice to follow, because the more you switch between languages, the easier it is for you to do it. The next point is look up professional vocabulary. This is a tricky point. We are so used to do things that we do every day that sometimes we even don't think that we confuse both languages when we speak about something. And as a result, we may forget the most common professional words that are needed to describe your daily tasks. That's why you need to think about your daily tasks, your main achievements, and check if you can describe all of this in English. If you can't, find the words you need. Sometimes with some really specific professions, you may need to go to multitrend.com because there is a lot of professional terminology there. It's hard to find some tools. You just go to Google and search it by picture. At least you need to know all the tools you use every day. And the next one will make you laugh maybe because it seems like the opposite of the previous point, but the point is in here. Keep your speech easy to understand. Remember that you have the interview, especially the first interview, with the recruiter, with an HR specialist. And very often they do not know every single detail of your work. And this is okay to speak with them so that they understand you. This is a lot more important than showing off your English skills. Let's remember that even though your interview is in English, but you are there to prove that you have enough hard and soft skills to work in this position. That's why do not overuse professional vocabulary, be easy to understand, and at the same time show that you're worth it, that you're worth this position. And the last but not least, make sure you feel your best before the job interview. Go to bed early, prepare everything in advance. Try not to stress too much. Remember, if they invited you to the interview, it means that they want to hire you. They're interested in closing this vacancy as soon as possible. Don't drink coffee if it makes you anxious. Wear some of your favorite things. Do some activities before the job interview that make you feel good. Feeling good will help you do your best. If you need help with preparation for a job interview, follow me on Instagram and on Telegram. In there you'll find useful tips as well as vocabulary and expressions you can use at work. You can find more information about how you can study with me on my profile. I will be glad to see you there. Good luck with your interview. You'll get this dream job. I believe in you.